Do not attempt the techniques you are about to see without consulting a professional. On this episode of The Dog Whisperer.
He gets pretty aggressive when somebody's coming onto his turf.
Most people are even afraid to come to the door.
Kisses is very possessive of her treats. She'll growl and become a vicious, snarling beast.
He was tagged for euthanasia.
These dogs were so fearful of people that all they do is hide.
He didn't want anything to do with me or Bruce.
When good dogs go bad, there's one man who's their best friend. Cesar Millan.
No dog is too much for me to handle. I rehabilitate dogs, I train people. I am the Dog Whisperer.
5 years ago, we decided to get Kobe as a companion for our other dogs, and also I was in the mode to lose some weight. So I knew Australian Shepherds were high-energy dogs, and I wanted to walk. Kobe is a wonderful dog. He's happy, he's fun, he makes us laugh.
For his first 3 days at the Hoffman's home, Kobe and their other dogs, Cheyenne and Bandit, seemed destined to be a happy, harmonious pack. Then, an unexpected accident occurred.
On the third day, I was out here playing with the 3 dogs. I got one of our tennis balls and I rolled it. And when Cheyenne went down to get the tennis ball, Kobe's head and Cheyenne's face pretty much hit the ball at the same time. Cheyenne's tooth popped his eye out.
Because all I heard is just a bunch of crying, and my mom was in a panic.
I scooped the puppy up and told my son to take us to the nearest vet.
I didn't even have my driver's license, and my mom is telling me to rush her to the hospital, and I had to get in there and floor the car and rush him to the emergency room.
My mom was just hysterical, complete. She's an animal lover, so she was completely shook up, and it was really, really sad. And then I went and saw him, and I was devastated and crying, my dog that I'd had for 3 days.
He never regained any vision in that eye. It's pretty much of a horror story. I mean, I sometimes don't think I can get it out of my mind ever. I always see that. He came back into the family after the surgery. That's when his aggression started.
We were always afraid, so we would lock him up, and that just seemed to make him mad. You just don't know what he's going to do.
I can't really have friends over. I can't entertain.
I did have friends come over, and he bit about 3 of them.
Most people are even afraid to come to the door. For the past 5 years, our lives have gotten isolated.
After Bandit and Cheyenne passed away from natural causes, even getting a companion for Kobe seemed out of the question.
I would like to be able to have people in my house. I would love to be able to walk him freely. I would love not to have to worry about his aggressiveness every second of the day.
I do have some concerns about what's going to happen when Cesar comes, because he gets pretty aggressive when somebody's coming onto his turf and trying to boss him around. And I'm kind of scared for Cesar, actually. I hope he can handle this one.
Dog behavior expert Cesar Millan regards aggressive dogs not as problems, but as challenges. He approaches each case with the conviction that every dog can be rehabilitated.
How can I help you?
We're here because we have a dog that is very aggressive.
Okay.
And we can't carry on a normal lifestyle anymore. I can't do anything with him. I can't take him to a dog park. I can't take him on a walk. We get to a certain point at the end of the street, and he's blind in his right eye. We get to a certain point, and he hears a car go by, he hears a noise, and he pulls to come home. He will not. He just puts on the brakes and wants to go home.
So when did he become blind?
3 days after we had him, he had that tragic accident with the tennis ball. It was absolutely the most traumatic thing you've ever seen or heard.
Right. I asked early in the conversation if they have let go of what happened with the traumatic experience. So the reality is they didn't really completely let go. So the humans actually encourage him to be more unstable because the human feels sorry for what happened 5 years ago. And what it counts is, do you let go 100%? The cat and dogs, they know who really runs the house.
Now, he won't mess with this cat that's behind us here.
She smacks him.
Because the cat is more dominant than him.
Right.
You guys are playing submissive role.
Because he walks good with
Kobe surrenders to the cat. There he is. That's the answer. The cat knows how to do it. The cat doesn't see him as a poor Australian shepherd with one eye. The cat doesn't see the story. The cat sees this dog is insecure and he needs me to be the dominant one. So now I'm ready to meet the guy. I hope he's ready to meet me.
With the family nervously watching from the balcony, an unsuspecting Kobe waits in the backyard for Caesar to begin the rehabilitation.
All right, America, it's very simple, right? We're dealing with a dog who has absolutely terrified the whole neighborhood, the whole family. But that's not what I'm thinking right now. What I'm thinking right now is I'm gonna go through that door and become familiar with the dog. How, nose, eyes, ears. It's a possibility for him to launch into all that stuff, but that's not what is going through my mind. Let's go. You stay right there, right? Okay, this is really good. This is not a very secure dog. That's why we can't back away. Yeah, we can't back away. This is... All right, I'm gonna take over first. This whole teeth. He challenged me when I came into his territory, but he was insecure when he challenged me. See it? That woo, 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 woo. That's how I know he's insecure. The whole barking that he's doing, woo, 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 it's not a secure bark. You can't back away from an insecure dog if you really want to help him. Now I'm gonna do exactly what he does to sheep and cattle. I'm gonna herd him. I'm gonna use a strategy that he's familiar with. So I'm gonna become an Australian shepherd, a Mexican Australian shepherd. Man, it's a big house.
I actually thought it was kind of funny with Caesar chasing Kobe around the backyard.
Give herding time! This is really good.
Since Caesar has already identified Jill as the weakest link in the family, he begins the people training with her.
Okay. We want him to use the nose, the eyes, the ears. See, this is his nose.
That's
He's
his
supposed
nose.
to recognize you with the scent, not with the sound.
Okay.
How you feeling? Nervous, tense, whatever?
I'm not as nervous now because, well, I
This is really
normally
good.
would think that he is so unpredictable that he would just run up to you and bite your leg off.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling shocked.
See what happens when you live in the now?
Right.
And when your energy is totally different from what you normally use, you know, which is the
Assertive.
fear and all that
Right.
stuff.
One of Kobe's most troublesome issues is his overprotectiveness toward the family territory. Caesar moves everyone inside to participate in an entryway exercise, aided by one of Jill's friends, who will play the role of a visitor at the doorbell.
Hey. He did that on his own. That's just him trying to look good.
Well, he's looking good.
He's looking great. Come on in. There we go. Now we're gonna close the door.
This is the first time I've been in Jill's house in like 5 years, and we used to hang out all the time.
Then we move the dog. People come in. They have to give space.
That makes sense.
Right? Yeah. So he showed politeness
He did.
to the highest level.
I've never seen it, ever. Brought a tear to my eye.
Now he's doing what dogs do.
checking me
Kind of
out.
forgotten what dogs do, sniffing.
Sniffing. That's what he's supposed to be doing. See what happens when he goes into a balanced state? He becomes a dog.
It's like night and day. I'm amazed, totally amazed.
You want to try this exercise, by the way?
Yeah.
When your friend comes in
Yeah.
and you do that? Okay. Right there. Wait. You didn't say anything.
Oh, am I supposed
He
to?
went into wah, wah, wah.
Oh.
And you didn't disagree.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Oh, what? It doesn't have to be ch. It can be any sound. All right, let's do it again. Didn't work.
Didn't work?
No. Again. You were right there already anticipating. No, don't anticipate. Just live in the moment.
Okay.
Right there. He went. And you should stop right
Stop
there.
him right there. Okay.
Don't think, just act, just be. Boom. Not what we want. Nicely. Turn around. That's right. That's the good one. And you can say hi, whatever you want.
Hello.
Stop it right there. Turn around,
Yeah.
turn around. Very good, very good. I love that one. Turn around. That's it. He got the point. You don't have to follow. That's right. There you go. You go back. Yeah. Hey, stop it. Stop it right there. That's right. Send them back. Send them back.
Back.
Watch this. There you go. Perfect. At that moment, you can, hey,
Okay. So I can do that.
hey. Go in the mirror and practice. Okay, well, that is gonna get excited.
I think my mom did excellent. She needs a little bit of work on being a little more assertive. We'll work with her on it, though.
Since the family's goal is to be able to adopt a second dog, Caesar gives the family a list of homework.
We're coming back in 2 weeks so we can show them the next step of how to bring a new dog into the house.
Caesar returns 2 weeks later with a few friends from his own pack.
Every time I come to in a second session, to anybody's home, is easier because by that time I already know how the humans behave and how the dog behave.
Caesar introduces Kobe to the 3 dogs from his pack with the help of his 11-year-old son, Andre.
It's very important that my kids learn how to be around Mother Nature and how to help dogs. Oh, over there, they will fall.
That one doesn't open unless we can unhook it.
That's the boundary. That shows him that he can share. See, they're not nervous about it. That's very important. There we go, see? Now he's observing.
Yeah.
Anything in the house can be teamwork effort. This is father and son, all right? This is a teamwork, right? So no touch, no talk, no eye contact. He stays right here with me.
Okay.
And he's not hypnotized or anything.
I think I am.
Caesar moves the whole family outside to join in the pack experience.
So now let's observe the behavior so you can see, do not anticipate anything. He's supposed to go and find out about them. Don't feel nervous, don't feel fearful. See, smelling the butt, that's right. Yeah, that's normal dog. So he's gonna give his space to them. Look at that. See, she came to rescue him. Hey. Hey. Bring me Louis, Andre. This removes the traumatic experience from both. If we were reacting any other way, with most of the people, what they do is they remove the little dog away, and everybody panics, and everybody goes into that, chaotic state, and then the dogs never get to understand, how come they never became balanced? Well, because the human intensified the instability, that's why. This way we intensify balance. He did what he normally does around little dogs and whatever, because that's what the brain has learned to do, right? But now the brain, now the brain is, okay, I surrender to little dog.
I was just really amazed at how he was able to interact with 3 other dogs and I wouldn't have believed it if I wouldn't have seen it. So it was great.
I'm feeling very excited with what happened today. I'm much more calm, even more so than the first time.
I think that Jill is a good example of what happened when you go with that right attitude and you create this wonderful thing that you've never seen before. I think today Kobe is going to sleep very well because we created a lot of challenge for Kobe, great psychological challenge. This story is a wonderful story that represents how important is teamwork, how important it is to live in the now.
I feel so empowered that we're going to be able to have a dog that's going to be healthy and normal, and we're going to work really hard at making him be the best he can be. Thank you so much.
Thanks
I appreciate everything you've done.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Caesar.
Thank you. You've saved our life.
Thank you, my friend. So,
Our dog.
keep it up. Yeah, keep the family going, keep everything in balance.
Should we come back?
Bruce and Beverly Latchney of Omaha, Nebraska have been foster parents to many orphan dogs over the past 6 years. Like many abandoned dogs, Banjo, a 6-year-old coonhound, has a heartbreaking story.
He had been in a research facility to test animal vaccines on him. He'd been there for about 6 months. It was a very isolated environment. The only contact he had naturally were the people who worked in the lab, and he came out of that very distrustful of people.
Come here, Banjo. Come here. Come here, kitty. Come here. You're okay. Let's go.
When Beverly rescued Banjo, she was volunteering at the Nebraska Humane Society under head veterinarian Tanya Katz.
Banjo came from a lab. A veterinarian that worked at the lab wanted to make sure that these dogs had a chance at a life in a home. But these dogs were so fearful of people that you can't place that kind of a dog in adoption. All they do is hide.
I was working in kennels, and I always read the kennel card on a dog. He was tagged for euthanasia. It said on his kennel card, "Too fearful." And I looked in there at him, and he was trying to make himself into the smallest ball. So all I saw was this little ball in the back of the kennel with these big ears, and his eyes were darting side to side. He wasn't looking at me. I thought, those big brown eyes and those ears, I know I can do something with him. And I thought, well, I'll just take him outside. Take him in the sunshine, walk him around, pet him, let him know everything's going to be okay. I thought that was going to work magic with him, but it did not. He fought the leash. He didn't want me to walk him out of the kennel. I finally got him out, and I was sitting with him on the grounds at the shelter and talking to him. And I knew after about 5 minutes I wasn't going to put him back in the kennel. As a matter of fact, that day, I could have been a few hours late. It just so happened I wasn't. So I got him home. Let him go in the yard. He has a nice big yard to run in. There's other dogs. I was sure he wouldn't be so fearful, so full of anxiety, so distrustful. He loved my other dogs, but he didn't want anything to do with me or Bruce.
Come on, Banjo.
When we tried to take him for a walk, he would fight. He would roll around. He wasn't aggressive. He wouldn't bite us, but he just fought.
At a loss for what to do, Beverly called in an animal trainer to help Banjo overcome his fear of humans.
The man said to me he could teach a dog how to sit, stay, come when they're called, stop jumping up on people. He said, but your dog's afraid? He said, it sounds like the dog's development has been stunted. And quite frankly, he will not be a happy dog even living with you. He made it sound like that I and Bruce were contributing to Banjo's misery, and he was better off not existing. What I hope Caesar's going to be able to help us with is being able to approach Banjo, or even better, have Banjo come to us.
Cesar Millan has rehabilitated many dogs with tragic pasts. But Banjo's case is so extreme, even professionals have written him off as a lost cause. Can Cesar succeed where others have failed?
You believe this? I'm in Omaha.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska.
There you are.
All because of dogs.
That's right. That's right.
It's amazing. So how can I help you guys?
We have a dog, coonhound, black and tan coonhound
Okay.
named Banjo.
Okay.
And he doesn't trust people. And when I say people, it's Bruce and I.
So how do you think he lost trust to humans? They don't born now.
I really think when he was in a laboratory,
What was he doing there?
He was, they gave him injections for testing of medication for other animals. They would have one person in a sterile environment that would come in and give him the injection.
And that particular human never tried to create any trust then?
No. Evidently, they don't interface with them at all.
They don't bond, even
It
though
was
they're
just,
using
no,
them.
it was just their job.
They just use him as an object.
Exactly.
As an experiment, right? So that blocks the whole being. The dignity, the integrity, the honesty, the loyalty is all squashed.
Exactly.
And how long have you owned him? Or how long have you?
May of 2002.
Oh my God.
We've been letting Banjo just be Banjo.
And then we have two, wonderful human beings who want to help but don't know how.
Exactly.
I would agree.
Because, from 2002 to 2006, it's 4 years. He should have come out of the fear state long time ago.
I thought just let him be, but that wasn't working.
Because you were related from the beginning, from the kennel. Your scent, your sound, your sight. You approach when he didn't want to be approached by you.
Exactly.
As much as you want to help them and save them and tell them they're going to be okay and you are not that same human being that he met a long time ago, you can't share affection to an animal that is under stress.
Oh, okay, sure.
See, they don't rationalize, so they don't know how good you are.
Well, I tell him repeatedly.
I know, you can tell them. They just know how much
repeatedly.
knowledge you have.
Yeah.
So because you begin with affection, trying to help him, he knows you don't know.
Caesar prepares to meet Banjo in the Lachney's basement, where Banjo and the other rescue dogs sleep.
Now, I'm not looking at anybody, so the way I'm going to approach is not really facing them, but using my back. See, this part of me is my scent. Over here is the human side of me, but this part is my animal side of me, When we give our back to someone, we don't project much energy, but when we move forward, we are projecting total energy. And if we don't pay attention to our eye contact, that's what is going to create the behavior that we don't want. This is the guy that I'm here to help. I can't give too much eye contact. You notice at the moment I just looked that way, even though I was not looking at him, I was looking at the kennel, he immediately moved away, which that's not what we want. Oh, there it is. No eye contact whatsoever. We don't want that. We want him to come forward.
Caesar prepares to meet Banjo in the Lachney's basement, where Banjo and the other rescue dogs sleep.
Now, I'm not looking at anybody, so the way I'm going to approach is not really facing them, but using my back. See, this part of me is my scent. Over here is the human side of me, but this part is my animal side of me, When we give our back to someone, we don't project much energy, but when we move forward, we are projecting total energy. And if we don't pay attention to our eye contact, that's what is going to create the behavior that we don't want. This is the guy that I'm here to help. I can't give too much eye contact. You notice at the moment I just looked that way, even though I was not looking at him, I was looking at the kennel, he immediately moved away, which that's not what we want. Oh, there it is. No eye contact whatsoever. We don't want that. We want him to come forward. And when we are in a situation knowing that we have a dog in the corner already telling us, I want nothing to do with you, and just totally avoiding and trying to fly in his brain. Of course, he can't go any farther than that, right? But he is having a conversation with us. The whole time, they are letting us know how they feel about our presence. This way, he knows that I'm not overwhelming him. So we're gonna use him. the energy that we are projecting right now, calm, assertive energy, they know that they are in front of pack leader. They know that our presence is dominant and we're here to take over the pack. Everybody has low self-esteem here. Everybody. At a mild level, some that recover faster, but I felt low self-esteem or insecurity from all of them. Okay, so I'm going in. Going in. Backwards. Get close. Let them feel. Let them feel the energy. This is actually better than talking to the dog. I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to you guys. The talking to the dog, the hugging the dog, feeling bad about what happened in the past. This is better because we're having an intimacy. The sound of the chain all the time, it creates something. It creates excitement, it creates tension, it creates avoidance, it creates fear. In this case, it creates avoidance. See it? Every time you hear the chain, it creates avoidance. And then
the Lachneys are experienced dog handlers who sometimes use a tool called a prong collar with troubled animals. Caesar always tries to remain consistent with whatever tool the owners are most comfortable using.
I can't give affection because if you study the eyes, you know, the glare is like, see, at the moment I went into that state of mind, he went a little worried about me being here with him. Now it's time for us to come out of the kennel. See, this is why we can't share affection. And this is a, insecure, fearful, almost panic state of mind. When you're working with a pack of dogs, everybody matters because their energy is going to influence the rest of the pack. It's a ripple effect. But what is going to create the real trust and the real respect is a walk with a pack. They're all calm, submissive. Now, whoever, you know who's creating the problem right now? Mr. Yorkshire Terrier. His energy is making everybody freak out.
Caesar repeats the doorway exercise until the dogs show more calm, submissive energy.
That little obstacle, psychological obstacle, it's a good thing to practice over and over and over until they just slowly move in. It's important, if you really want to accelerate the process of rehabilitating dogs, you really have to learn to walk a pack of dogs. That makes them immediately become a unit. Just join us. Just relax. Join us.
Now that he's made progress in turning the dogs into a pack, Caesar asks the Lachneys to join him, along with their neighbor Tim and his calm, balanced lab, Tozy.
Tozy is the ideal dog. He listens to his human all the time. Bringing Tozy into the walk create a ripple effect to the pack because we kept Tozy in front of us for Tozy to share his energy to us. And that's what we were following.
Are you amazed? Are you amazed, Bruce? I'm just amazed.
Sir, I'm gonna pass you this guys over here. Right here, just hold the leash right there.
Got it.
Mr. Bruce was less emotionally involved, which is easier for him to create a different state. All right, no thinking about it, just grab the leash. Not allowed to think.
Okay. That's the first time I've seen them walk with their heads up.
I am just in shock.
Yes.
I have never seen this before, ever.
Then I could feel that the relaxed energy that I had was just transferred to the dogs.
Banjo has some insecurity issues on his own, but what we want to bring out of the breed is for him to start tracking, because what they do for a living is to track, and they try raccoon. The coon urine, I don't know how they put him in here, but that's what it says. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a scenario so we can bring more self-esteem. That's the whole point of the exercise. I don't know how they like this thing. Apparently they love this. See, we want the nose to pick up the scent. Automatically the scent tells the brain what to do with it. We're gonna bring him as close as we can to the scent so we can create it. There. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. That is really good.
It's excellent. He's never sniffed anything.
Banjo gave us a second of being curious about the scent. That means a lot, because before, he wouldn't use his nose to find anything. But the coonhound loves to track. So it's going to help to feel better about himself being a coonhound. So we can fulfill the breed in him. The whole point is for him not to run away from you.
Right.
That's the concept that we want to create for him.
Right.
The less attention you pay in an insecure type dog or fearful type dog, the more they recover. Now, look what your behavior is. Relax. I mean, I know it's hot here. When we're dealing with a dog that is at the lowest level of insecurity, we have to be super in tune.
I can't be insecure.
You can't?
I can't be insecure. Understand, okay.
All right. So whenever you're ready, you're by yourself, we're not here, just relax. That's right. That's nice, see it? When you have an insecure dog, fearful dog, or panicky dog, never touch the top, because that lowers the brain even more. Always touch under so you make them feel proud. Yes, that's better, that's better. That's better. Nicely relaxed, shoulders up, that's right. One hand.
One hand.
Drop the leash.
One hand.
Drop the leash. Nicely, turn around. See, that simple exercise is just letting him know he's not running away from us. We move away, which that eventually creates the behavior I must follow. They can't live by themselves. There you go. You like it?
I love it. I waited 4 years to see this.
There you go. Oh my God. It doesn't get no better than this, okay? It doesn't get no better than this. We've been here for a couple of hours already, and we are creating trust. That's our goal. Our goal is to create trust. We are not sharing a whole bunch of affection to develop this. We are sharing a whole bunch of common sense.
It's a miracle. That's amazing. We knew the dog whisperer does great things. We knew that. We knew that. But when you see it firsthand and see it with your own pet, it's just truly amazing. I am in shock. I am in awe.
That's right. We're all in shock.
From this day forward, that's where we're going to move, is forward. We're going to be in the moment, and we're going to implement everything Caesar has said. I've never seen him do that. It's like homework, and it's going to be a challenge, but we're going to be successful. It's been an honor. Oh, I have to tell you, it's been an honor for us to have you here and work with Banjo.
And thank you for rescuing him. I mean, nobody would ever rescue a guy like him. And so that means you guys are very special human beings.
Thank you very much. Did we get a hug? Yeah. Everybody hugs you. I watched the show. I know.
Give me hugs, man. As bad as this case is, you know, as a dog that was traumatized by us, by one of us, the dog recovered. I mean, we saw the dog moving forward in a matter of a day, and that means a lot. We just have to make sure Miss Beverly and Mr. Bruce follow the approach that I showed them how to use.
I always wanted a dog, always. I never had a dog growing up. When I saw her photograph, I said, I have to have this dog. I wiped my savings out, but I didn't care. She's the love of my life. Her full name is Little Miss Kisses.
I lived with Kitten and Kisses for a period of 6 months.
So he was my roommate and one of the first people that Kisses met.
The first time I walked into Kitten's environment, I was absolutely floored.
I've been wearing pink exclusively for 20 years. I love it. It's my passion. Besides my dog and my singing, pink is my passion. I don't have kids or a husband. She's like my little companion, you know. Sorry, baby. Sorry.
But ever since Kisses arrived in Kitten's pink paradise, not everything's been pretty.
Kisses is very possessive of her treats. But I just touch it. I don't have to take it away. Just touch it. She'll growl and become a vicious, snarling beast. And I'm shocked the first time it happened. I couldn't believe it. Oh my God.
Another troubling issue is Kiss's uncontrollable enthusiasm when their friend Kelly comes to call.
My relationship with Kisses is very intimate. For some reason or another, she gets excited when she sees me, and she will pee.
Uh-oh. You always pee-pee.
Nobody else, just Kelly. I don't know what the deal is with that.
There's something that I do, or the way I smell, or the way I look that makes her pee.
She's in charge of me, and she knows it, and I need to switch. I'm trying to do that, but I don't know how to do it.
Caesar likes to approach each case with a fresh outlook, so he never meets his clients or their dogs before he comes to call. In the case of Kitten and Kisses, he's in for a shock.
Kisses, come.
In pink.
Kisses, come. Hi, Caesar.
That's a nice pink house. How are you? I always evaluate the energy at the moment I walk in. This is a wonderful pink palace.
This is Kisses.
Wonderful energy, nice nature person.
Especially. Come on in, Caesar.
So how can I help you?
Okay, Caesar. She's a great dog, but she has some problems. She barks all the time. I can't shut her up. I don't know. I tried the sweet approach, like Kisses, quiet, quiet.
Right.
Thanks for telling me there's somebody outside, even if
Right.
they just walk by. Big dogs, forget it. German Shepherds, Doberman Pinschers, Pit Bulls. Barks crazy.
Kisses, quiet.
She always barks. I heard you're supposed to put her down and try to hold her to the floor, and she'll turn around and snap at me. Snapping at me, I just was freaked out the first time she did that. I'm like, oh, no, no, no. There's things that are out of control.
Sure.
Anybody else she would dare touch. She would never hurt anyone else but me.
Kisses, ow!
Steps at my heels when I walk around the apartment.
Ow, stop it.
See, I don't know what sets her off sometimes. She'll just start
Well, it
barking.
doesn't matter what
Okay,
sets her
okay,
off.
right, right.
What would you do in situations like that?
I'd say, quiet, quiet. And it doesn't really work. Like, I'll be quiet.
Now, when you're saying quiet, quiet, how are you feeling at that moment?
I don't want to bother anybody around me. And I have complaints sometimes.
So you get about what people said.
Yes, yes.
And that is really the conversation you're sharing at that moment. It have to be a difference between punishing a dog and disciplining a dog.
Okay.
Discipline is good. Punishing is bad.
Okay, I didn't know how to distinguish the two. So.
Okay. Discipline is when you are in a calm, assertive state.
Okay.
Punishing is when you are frustrated, nervous, care about what other people say.
That's
you
me,
know,
right there.
When you are in a negative state of mind, when you're not really calm, assertive. That's why dogs don't listen, because they don't listen to punishment. They listen to
That makes
discipline,
sense.
right?
That's why she's not listening.
Right, and not only that, you're humanizing,
Hey, hi, Caesar. Are you gonna fix me today? You make me all better.
which is a very typical behavior in society nowadays, because they talk to a dog like he's a human when the dog is behaving like a dog.
Don't bite, Mommy. She bites me. Ow.
What do you think men treat women bad?
Because they put up with it. They don't say, no, I'm not going to have it. I think it'd be different, though, with me and a man. I think if a man started doing that, I would put my foot down.
Why?
One of the guys I was dating said, you know, if you only wear a pair of blue jeans or something. And I was like, it's it. Forget it. If you can't accept me the way that I am, I won't have it. I'm out of here.
All right, so I want you to wear some pair of jeans. What would you tell me?
Not on your life.
All right? So it's like she's saying, I want you to wear the pair of jeans.
Oh, I see.
You understand? If I tell you wear some blue jeans, and then you go, not in, what did you say?
Not on your life.
That's right. But keep the eye contact on me.
Not on your life.
That's right. And you create that. So when you have a nervous, dominant dog and you try to block them, especially the way you have learned to do it, like holding them, you got to respond back. You don't want her obsessive.
No.
Otherwise, that makes her a very dangerous dog.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you why. Because when an outside dog senses that a dog is nervous, dominant, and obsessive, they become a target. And they know internally that if they are nervous, dominant, and obsessive, they can be attacked. So they anticipate the attack.
Mm-hmm. And that's fearful for her.
Yes, but they have to
She's so
defend
little.
themselves.
Oh, that's what's happening then.
They have to defend themselves before they're being attacked and recognize about the energy that they wear or they use. Because they don't care about them wearing pink, but they do care about what energy they're wearing.
The first behavior Caesar addresses is Kiss's annoying habit of urinating whenever former roommate Kelly drops by.
Come on in, Kelly. Come on in. She wants to say hi. But that's another thing. She's squirmy.
How you doing? Hi. Uh-oh.
What was it?
Little piddle.
When a dog is unable to control, it comes from these sources. Too nervous, too fearful, too excited. And in this case, was a case of excitement. So the only way we can help them for them not to get into that state is if we wait until they relax, then we share the amount of affection we would like to share. The only thing I'm saying is give affection when the mind is not at the highest level of excitement.
Sure.
Because what you're nurturing is that. Not acknowledging excitement doesn't mean you don't love them. Do you notice that when a dog gets really excited at the dog park, many dogs come and pin him down?
Mm-hmm.
They don't accept excitement.
Okay.
The dog have to come and see it? Mild excitement, not really excited.
Okay.
Because for them, that is weakness.
Armed with this new information, Kitten and Kelly try again.
Hey, Kitten.
Hi,
how's it
how are
going?
you?
Good to see you.
Over here.
Where are you?
Come on in. Come on in.
What's going on?
Yeah, don't look at her. No touch, no talk, no eye contact. Yeah, so this is the rules, okay? The rules is no touch, no talk, no eye contact.
Really? No eye contact?
No eye contact.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're talking with that, look, see?
No touch, no talk, no eye contact until she is in a calm, submissive state.
Then I can share my love.
Then I can share my...
See, that becomes your mantra.
Okay.
Because your mantra before was, I'm going to give excitement to already excited dog. So what I'm going to create is a dog that pees.
That's exactly what I created, yeah.
That's right.
Excellent.
Thanks
All
for
right.
following directions. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Kiss's possessiveness is a much thornier issue. It's one of the ways she asserts dominance over Kitten.
So how would you remove the bone away from her?
I would just go, pull it
She's
like.
in it right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Now she's not really trying to get it, but normally she'll be like, "Arr."
Well, that right there was very challenging.
Okay.
It was a very challenging approach because you went and just took away.
I did? Okay.
So what you're gonna get is a pull back. So it's gonna be a tug of war right there.
Okay.
Right.
So how should I do it?
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna do it the primal way.
Okay.
See, first, there you go.
Okay.
So I claim.
You claimed that.
Yes.
And look how good she is.
She goes back.
That's amazing.
Well, the thing is, remember, don't forget that the energy is very important.
Okay.
Right? If you touch this like hesitant, and then they feel that you're hesitant about what you're doing.
Oh, that's my problem then. Because I was all like, I'm going to get that.
Yeah. You show weakness, and they take over. You show assertiveness, people clap. Remember those jeans? There you go.
Caesar instructs Kitten to hold her hand firmly in a fist position when confronting Kisses. This way, Kisses won't be able to nip at her fingers, while at the same time helping Kitten feel more empowered.
The blue jean analogy that Caesar gave me is really going to help because something that I could go back to every single time.
Nice.
Wow, that's great. She's usually just chomping at my hand.
That's right. It doesn't matter what language you speak, or if you're from Texas or Nebraska, it's the energy you're sharing at the moment you're addressing yourself to a dog.
Hey.
And exactly.
The most valuable information that Caesar gave me today was to be more in control of the situation, to be assertive, to carry myself a certain way around my dog so she knows who's in charge, not her, because she's so used to being the leader that I need to be the leader, and I know how to do it now with my actions.
So there's nothing wrong giving affection. It's just important to give affection when they're in that state.
It's calm, submissive state.
That's right.
Calm, submissive.
Thank you.
Bye, Caesar.
Bye-bye.
Be careful.
Thank you.
We met the dog whisperer. Cover your kiss. Come on with Caesar.
The only way we can make our dogs become consistent with us is if we are consistent with them. Jill has been walking Kobe twice a day and is seeing steady improvements on the walks. She's still unsure of herself inside the house. She needs to remember to master the inside world as well as the outside world. Beverly and Bruce had followed my advice from day one, and they are absolutely happy to see the changes in Banjo. Banjo is no longer keeping his tail between the legs. He's walking with the pack. He's trusting the human that he lives with, and he's finally becoming a balanced dog. As for Kitten and Kisses, Kitten's new calm assertive energy has stopped Kisses from nipping at her ankles, and Kisses is becoming the ideal little dog. To be a pack leader is a 24/7 commitment, and if you commit 100% to your dog, you will gain trust and respect.